What is going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Being honest, after 2 years, 2.5 years, I still don't know how to do a proper intro. It's just kind of weird for me to go, from hiding my face to, I don't know, just bam. But I don't know. We got another 6 years to get it down. So how is everybody doing today? What's up? It's nice to see new faces. And I hope that the kind of stuff that we're going to be doing on the channel brings new faces. So let's see here. We got Greed. What's up, Greed? Blue-eyed Devil. Ghost. See, these are long time comers here. Blue-eyed. What's up, Ducky? See, it's nice to see these faces. Stay until the end, guys, okay? We're going to be here for about an hour and a half today. And so stay to the end because I want to ask you guys a few questions related to what we're doing today. All right? Yo, look at that. Look at that. A year, Ghost. Shout out to Ghost. Remember, he's been a Meyer supporter for a whole year now. Holy crazy. I appreciate your support, man. I really am grateful. You guys enabled me to do this, just really, coming here and talking with you guys for a couple of hours. I love to do this every day. I love to be able to pay my bills, feed my kids, and take care of my wife with just this. I'd be here 10 hours a day if I could. So little by little we get there, guys. Might not be through Rise to War, it might not be through Rise to War, but but we'll get there. Okay, we got some new faces. We got Esk. I don't know what's your guys' in-game name, if you guys can put it in the chat here. I mean, Blue-eyed, that's his name. Greed is also his name. Ducky. They got a whole legion of ducks in their team. But Ducky, I know who Ducky is, so we're fine. Ghost, I know who Ghost is. We play together for many, many seasons. Santos, Sub. Oh, Zodiac. All right, Zodiac. I'm going to hop on voice chat in just a second. What's up, Kayleen? So, shout out to Kayleen Van. So, everybody here, got to give a shout out to Kayleen Van Dan. This guy is a beast. I won't tell you guys why. You guys need to shout him out, but just trust me, we do. He enables me to be able to not go crazy playing this game. Let's leave it at that. So Captain Barbosa, I know you. All right. I came in because I saw your Azog video. I hope you enjoyed it. By the way, it was I just talking to somebody internally. It was, yes, I've heard of your name. Yes. Yeah, brother, I know a lot of people in this game. When you become part of the community like this, you find that you know a lot of people without knowing a lot of people, if you know what I mean. Becoming all philosophical today. What's up, Tyus? Let me check Thanatos' DM really quick. Yo, Thanatos, send it. Can you send it? You said a comment in the DM. Send it. I love to show this. All right. Well, let's go, guys. Let's go into the voice chat here. We got 2 leaders already. By the way, if you guys just want to chill in the voice chat, we're gonna be chilling in the. We're gonna be chilling in the public voice chat for this. So you guys wanna, if you guys are, by the way, playing in this server, come. You're gonna want to show off your commanders, the kind of stuff you're doing. Just come. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. I'm not gonna load up my screen because I am not in that server. Then why are you even doing this the season start stream? Well, it's because I think everybody that's interested to see some gameplay of the game we should do this. I actually would love to do more of this for every single server. If your leaders haven't yet, started to do this, it's call them out, because I did offer every single 80 teams that we have currently that we know of in the game. I sent this out to them. Senk Jurgen, thank you for subscribing, brother. Now I've said, like, if you guys want to to do season starts, to do end of seasons, weekly updates, yo, I'm here for that. I think content like this, obviously we want to do the guides, we want to do all that stuff, but I think seeing the community, do stuff together, I think it might be a little more helpful and healthy for the community as a whole, instead of just, guide videos and things like that. Although I'm working on those. But the thing is, this is where I struggle, guys. I like doing things with you guys here. I like doing live streams. If you guys have been on my channel with me for over a year, you know that back in 1.0, we did the 7-hour. You guys remember this? 7-hour live stream nonstop. 7 hours. I mean, that was a little bit too much, but the 2.5-hour podcast, the 2.5-hour podcast that we did in the past, I really enjoy those. I love talking and having you guys on here. So we'll see. I still kind of want to do I have a lot of stuff related to builds that it's too much to put into, like, a 15-minute video. So I might go back to doing these guides on, during a live stream with you guys. So without any further ado, guys, by the way, if you guys are playing in the season, put this link out there for your teams. Let's get this out on YouTube, man. Let's get everybody in. All right, let's go. All right, cool. So what's up? All right, guys, welcome. I'm in the voice check. Can you guys hear me okay?
Hello, I do you.
We sure can.
All right, Greed, Pride, and Ryan S. All right, cool. Before, get you guys started talking, let me introduce you guys. Any of you guys want to share your screen, by the way, just so I can look at the map and kind of talk about you guys. Like I said, I don't put this on this screen here. I'm not in that server.
Anyone else is getting an echo, but you've got a crazy echo between your stream and your Discord.
All right, let me have a look at that.
I don't know if that's just me.
Are you guys getting the same thing?
There'll be a lag, so just mute the stream.
Yeah, true.
Same for me. I muted the stream.
Oh yeah, cause for you guys, if you're playing but double, that will happen. Yeah. All right, so is it good now?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. All right, because I'm not in that server, I'm gonna have to, do a screen share of you guys. Can everybody see the bubbles? Where are the bubbles at? Let me pull up. Give me a second here.
You mean you don't have an alt in here?
No. Last time I tried having alts in all these different servers, I almost quit the game. It was just too much.
Okay. Yeah.
It's too much. So I'm like, no, I'll just follow along with you guys. Let me just pull our dialogue bubbles up here so people that are watching can see who you guys are. Let's see, is that work? Yep, it's working out. Perfect. Levi, say, how you doing? I hope I'm saying that right, by the way. All right, but I will show my account in my server later, but that's not the purpose of, of this stream, by the way. Okay, so
I would honestly share the screen, but we are all leaders, so we all kind of got something we don't want to show to everyone else. So that's the issue. I would have to pick an alt or an account that is not actually played in my team or even in.
Alright. I can send you an alt that's not in either team at the minute.
Is it?
let's do it. All right, send it.
No, it's in run, but it's not in either team, so it won't see anything.
That's fine. That's fine. Yo, look at that. Levi say. Thank you, bro. Welcome to the supporter group. By the way, that beautiful ring that you just got next to your name is going to change colors every month, so. All right, so are you guys going to log into that alt and share screen?
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I just give Pride the info.
Gotcha. Sweet. mean, who of you guys here started at 8 o'clock?
Probably, I assume all of us.
Oh, jeez.
And I won't be stopping until 8 o'clock. I think that's
No way.
That's what most people do.
People did that back in 1.0 when 2.0 got announced. A lot of people like, yeah, I'm not doing the 24-hour thing again.
I think I don't know. A lot of our guys are still about that life.
Crazy. Well, that's cool. That's cool. All right. So your guys' first season as NRP.
It's Iron's pure first season.
Oh, that's true. You guys been there before.
And we dabbled. We did a Kingdom Man.
Yeah, I remember that. How did you guys like that?
Just the server wasn't populated enough, so options were really limited, and it was like a lot of new mechanics that had been introduced. So we tried to make the best of it, but it was obviously just out of our control.
Wasn't that season the last season that Bubbles played?
I don't even think he was playing that season. It was the one before. I think he stopped.
Oh, okay.
I think Pride's ready.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, I'm sharing the screen.
Okay, let me just bring that up.
I mean, I don't know what you expect from the first day.
No, it's. I mean, it's kind of just let's show everybody who's. Yeah, I'm assuming this account is gonna be played, right?
I have no idea. Ask
Okay.
Ryan.
Let's see here.
It won't be an Eva Fellowship. I'm just going to be leveling it for Siege and stuff.
Oh, gotcha. There you go. Nice. All right, so let's make this.
300 power. That's something.
It's a good start.
You should do a pop out, make it a little bit easier to view.
Make it a pop-up?
Pop out, yeah, you can pop out that window so you don't have to do that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's okay for now. I'll look into that a little bit later. Can you guys see okay? You show me that after. Is that okay?
Yeah, man.
So for next time. All right, cool. So Polo RL. Do you guys have what commanders you have on that one?
I don't know what got
it's basic. It's one of our boys. He's decided to take a break this season. It's quite a small account. It's nothing special.
No, not bad though.
It's the only one I can really chuck about without giving anything away.
No battle pins or anything? No, I'm just messing.
No, not yet, sadly.
I think if we try hard enough, I think we could get a day one battle pin, bro.
All right, so just to recap this really quick, so Bear and Iron are East in Rune, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, and what else? What else we got here?
We got Panda and Axe in Arnor.
Okay.
And Bake and Shake in Lothlorien.
So Shake and Bake are two different teams. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then Steppensweg in Lindon, Lorin Gondor, Rots and Lost in Erebor, Old PTC in Arnor too. Then other teams, I guess.
Are those teams that you mentioned, are those pretty big teams?
Yeah, so Shake Bake are Salt Beer merged, so majority of their players are from those. They've obviously picked up a bunch of others. Panda's a pretty big team, been going for a long time.
Yep.
Axed has just had another merge, correct me if I'm wrong, with Legend, is that right, Greed?
No, so we merged into with Dragon because Panda and Dragon were a duo warband, right, or clan, and so we ended up merging and being a duo clan with them. So now it's Axe and Panda.
What about you guys in Bear? Did you guys have two teams and you merge? You know, you guys. So because basically Iron and Bear are still two teams, right?
So the way that we're trying to do things. So yeah, we were separate teams last season.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're currently under shared leadership. So like, Pride's running the show with some of our boys. And like the decisions made are all coming from one place for both teams, if you get me.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're just acting as one, but 200 players.
Yeah, that's what we're doing too now.
Can you guys see it? Or it's...
Yeah, you guys are at the
Yeah.
very top. Wow. Okay, so we got leaders for basically 3 different clans here. You got, if you guys can see the bubbles. Oh, so let me put the bubbles on top of the Discord so you guys can see it. So we got Axed. He is leading. Oh, sorry, we got Greed, who's leading Axed, along with Venatrix, right? In Panda. Yep.
Yes.
There you go. So they are in Arnor on the west. You got on the very east, you got the leaders of Iron and Bear, who are Ryan and Pride. And then you got Kayutin, who's the lead. I'm assuming the leader of GTSE, I think.
Yep.
Sweet. Cool.
I think obviously we've all got a lot of leaders. The only people we're missing a representative from though, Shake and Bake. But I think they said the time was awkward for quite a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's always gonna be a little bit like that. I mean,
yeah.
So
It's the way the cookie-
I mean, I love to do it at 5 o'clock in the morning my time. I don't mind, but I don't even know how that would work for other people. So we'll see in future sessions, see how that works. Now, say hi to ROTZ for me. Great fellows there. All right, cool. Are you Timberjack? Are you stuck step, bro? What I don't know. What do you mean by that? Are you stuck step? No idea.
Yeah, the step guys are solid.
Yeah.
And then Sweg's a merge of, I don't know if you've heard of Purz, P-U-R-Z.
Yeah.
some
I heard of
others.
them. Yeah.
And then I think a couple of other teams. I'm obviously not talking on their behalf. I'm just shooting in the dark. But yeah.
Let me give me a second, Becca's. If you want to speak, let me know. Now unmute you, but only unmute guys if you're gonna, if you guys gonna speak, because I'm sure we don't want to, be hearing everybody's background noise. It'd be a little too much for people to stay on the stream if that's the case. Now, okay, question for you guys, for all of you. What are you guys going to be running as your mains this season? I mean, maybe you guys don't show it because, we don't want to show stuff from your chat and stuff, but what commanders you guys going to be most likely running in your mains?
Probably hot meta trash. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to be running Gandalf the White, Lurtz, Sauron, and my boy Saruman.
Ooh. Wait, was that Greed speaking?
Yes.
Of course. It's like Saruman running. Okay, that makes sense now. Are you going to run a tank or no?
I had plans to do that. I had some reworking done on my gear thanks to the devs helping me out with some 1.0 conversion.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, and because of that, though, I lost 6 hammers, so I didn't get a chance to get Felgen or anyone else in.
Gotcha. No, that's cool. Well, you're gonna run Sauron, right?
Yeah, Sauron is solid.
Sauron does, if you ever want to run Sauron as a tank, that's probably how I'd run. I mean, I'm still debating. Although I run a lot of tank formations, my main. I'll show you guys my main in just a second, but I run Falcon as my tank. Although you can run virtually like for other people, you can also do that. You can run Frodo and Sam. You can run Galadriel. There's a lot of different commanders that work well as tanks because, being realistic, the gear and the troop is the biggest thing. Obviously Frodo has a really good pure tank, like, synergy. But I mean, I've seen Saurons just tank just fine. They don't have tanking skills. So the utility you get from some of these other commanders, sometimes, I don't know. I mean, I like Frodo and Sam. Thanatos asked earlier, since I'm talking about Frodo and Sam, he said, "How do I think a Z1 Frodo and Sam gonna perform?" Fine. He's gonna do fine. I honestly do think that, let me look at my Frodo and Sam is R10 mythic. I haven't opened his, gotten his unique yet, which kind of useless for what he does. But I think at Z6, I personally would like to have him on a Z6 because of the 10% extra HP. He has 3 amazing tanking trees, in my opinion. Because he has evasion, from his top R0. No, sorry. Top R0 is the damage reduction. His R5 is evasion. And then his R3 essentially becomes a mini R5 from Isildur that doesn't decrease every instance. It's plus 12 of defense for all your formations at level 5, plus 10% HP at level 10, which just gives him that much more tankiness. So he is the best, in my opinion, he has the best synergy for tanking. Now, is that really what you need? That's, I guess, to each their own, But I might try Sauron as my tank later on.
I think this season, as far as non-RP goes, there'll be a lot of different builds coming from us, because obviously a lot of these guys are transitioning from RP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I've seen some quirky little things going on.
Well, can you give us just by word of mouth, what's some of this quirky stuff you've seen?
Like, I've seen, well, it's not even that quirky, but I've seen a lot of Serdans.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've tried that. It can work. But how are they gonna run them? Are they gonna run them as a tank, as like a support? What's the idea?
I think the idea is people really like him, and they're gonna experiment and find a way to make him work regardless of what happens.
So a couple seasons ago, when we had our dead server with Yudes, I spent 2 weeks testing the healing formation. You guys look at some of my previous streams, you guys will see that it worked. I was considering trying to run that this season again, but I don't know. The season has been so I don't know, kind of weird that I don't even know if I wanna. They're all level 40 by now, but you guys know, having a level 40 fighting a level 50, it's just even if you are really high respect, doesn't help you that much, Oh, look at that Ghost. Oh, Ghost is keeping Thorgrim's spirit alive. Shameful behavior. Thorgrim will not approve. What's up, Harvey Thomas? I'm actually running Tank Sauron. He's doing great, brother. Yeah, he does actually. He does really well. He really does well. So, all right. What about you, Ryan? What are you going to be running?
Just metal. So, Gandalf the White, Dane, Bjorn, Sauron.
All right. That's what kills. Everybody's forced to run the meta. Gonna be like that.
I think, I don't know, don't get me wrong, it's boring, but I think there's a lot of things, from what I've seen, that aren't too far behind it. It's definitely the best, but if you get what I mean, there's things that are second place and they're not too far behind.
There is a formation. Go ahead.
So I was going to say, depending on who the command, the accounts in whose hands it's in, obviously some players can pull off some crazy shit.
There is a formation that I need my Sauron at R5 to test this, which he isn't. But I should be getting him to R5 very soon, before the end of the season, and I'm gonna be testing a very specific build I think it might be one of my favorite builds, even more than my Falcon. And many of you guys know how fond I am of my Falcon build. So I like things that are different. You know, so I don't know. Back in 1.0, I ran. You know, I was a big Baller Retaliate fan, and Gandalf. Oh, don't even get me started on Gandalf the Grey damage build. Oh man, those some good times. Good times.
I enjoyed the Saruman Berserker retaliation build too. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, don't.
And Kerwin was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Look, I don't. You know, let me make it clear. I would hope that the devs would say, "Look, guys, we're gonna bring everything back to 1.0." You know, it's a dream. It's not gonna happen, but still, it's always there. A little piece of that hope, very hidden. You know, kind of like a secret, but. In 2.0, I got used to it. I don't, you know, I'm finding ways to enjoy it. My main concern is there just isn't diversity in the game. There's nothing. Like, I love some kind of new type of skill, you know, like let me go a little bit outside of the box here. I would love if they released a commander that, like a golem, like a T1 doesn't I'm just trying to find ways to diversify the game where you can spend, I don't know, skill points or something. He moves around the battlefield and he stays hidden, and he can, you know, he kind of increases your fog of war by, I don't know, another 5 or 10 tiles while staying undetected by enemies. You know, so like just like things to make the battlefield a little more diverse. I'm not even saying this idea is actually good. It's just something I was thinking. You know. I wish that they had dedicated siege formations, you know, instead of having to siege with your main commanders all the time. And how many of you guys, you know, I mean, you guys will find out here I guess maybe you guys did last season. A lot of people are sieging with their main commanders. Because you know, because if you don't and you hit something, you might just, you know, lose all your siege. Of, you know, the way the things work nowadays.
Yeah, it's shifted towards, especially if somebody's got a choke point anyway.
Yeah.
With the passes, you need such a large advantage on the attacking side to break them now that it's changed like the dynamics of the game massively. Oh,
definitely. So there's a lot of little things that they could do, you know, to make the gameplay better, you know, introduce different types of damage or different types of skills. And so the whole, like, you know, I keep hearing the whole thing, you know, devs have to fix troop commanders. I'm not even sure if the troop commanders are really the issue. I think the damage dealers are the issue, you know, because think about this. Back in 1.0, you know, whenever you had your Dane, you try to make your units tanky so that they survive more, so you could do more damage, right? Because the damage was related to how much HP was left from your units, right?
Right, but you know, they're just so outclassed, and I believe that buffing commanders is better than, you know, or nerfing other commanders, right? Because then people have invested in those commanders, and to nerf them down to the same damage level, I don't think that's...
Well, all I would do is make that so the HP means something for damage dealers, because what happens is if you have one single unit, let's say my Dane has, you know, my Dane has one single elf unit. If he's protected from round 1 to round 5 and that single unit doesn't die, he does full damage the whole time. You know, so it doesn't matter if you have full formation for your damage dealer or just one unit, they still do full damage. And I think that's where the issue really is, because troop formations, troop commanders, the less units you have, the less damage that they do. And so to me, it feels like there needs to be a correlation between those two in order to make sense. Because, after round one, troop commanders will most likely have less troops. So in round two, they're going to do less damage. Their maximum is going to be less because if they had, 8,000, maybe in round two, they have 7,000 now. So they already lost that much in damage, whereas damage dealers don't. If they have 10% less units, they're still doing full damage until they die, essentially. So I feel that's part. I'm not saying that's the whole issue, but it just doesn't make sense. Like, why would you ever run a troop formation when your troops damage output is directly correlated to how many units you have alive, and the damage dealers isn't?
Yeah, that does make sense as well. If that happened, you'd have a huge shift in players using more ring wraith commanders as well, since they're all early damage.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Like I said, I don't have the answer, but I do take guys a lot of time in thinking about the game. Sometimes a little too much time. So, what's up, but Wyman? I think is Wyman in leadership. I think Wyman can share his screen, can he?
No, Wyman is not in the leadership.
All right, so Wyman, would you want to do it? You got the manpower to do us the honors of showing some of your hits?
I think we will be too ashamed to see his
Nah, come on, Wyman.
Got him.
I'm at work, so I'm just listening.
Oh, all right, man. All right, cool. It is.
I'll let Pride can do that.
And now,
I'm sure you have better material.
Yeah, but they're avoiding showing their accounts because there's leadership stuff and chats and stuff. No worries. Pride, what are you gonna run?
I would like to say that I play full dwarfs like the old good times. But it just won't happen.
Ooh, that might be hard this time, man.
So, is the average Dane, that's my Dane since season 2. Then Bjorn, that's just the meta, and Gandalf the White. And then overall, everyone is telling me to build the Sauron, but I can make him, I can like him. I have him with the 1.0 set, really respect 5, so if I will need it...
That's all you need, man. If you have him at R5?
Yes.
Don't put anything else. You guys, support commanders don't need to go above R5 unless the unique is really important for the build. Sauron does not need anything above R5. Prove me wrong. Anybody in the chat here, prove me wrong. But I've seen guys running, there's Z1, Z2s, damage dealers, and running their R5 Saurons, wrecking guys with Z10s on all 4 of their commanders. Sauron does enough at R5. The best free-to-play commander, T3. Oh no. Jeez, I forgot. Let me move this back.
But I mean, I would like to play what I like,
I know. That's why I
will
play
refuse to
Falcon.
I would like to play full dwarfs, and that's not possible. Well,
I mean, you can get Falcon, and then you're sorted.
no, that upset me because there are some commanders who got intentionally nerfed, or they should put some level, like some efficiency to the team, but they are capped to 1 point. So like developers made them on purpose to be locked to some point. Like a commander cannot give more than 103% of what they can do. It's just math. So like Thorin, I love Thorin.
Yeah, you had a
In
nasty
in
thorn in
1.0.
1.0. Yep.
And I was trying my best to get a very solid Thorin build in 1.0 because it was so versatile that I could just build a troop if I wanted to build troop. Then I could switch gear and get him to deal damage with retaliate or damage dealer commander. So like Dane, you could play him as damage commander only or retaliate in some kind of evil side build against evil side build. But Thorin was so versatile that you could put master throwers. Like I think in the season we fought Pome, I was playing my Thorin, and it was a tactics evolved, and my master throwers had the piercing shot, piercing strike. I don't remember, of maybe piercing axe. So I was hitting the archers every time, every single master thrower shot. So they were actually arting Sunnys and even good Sunnys build with just
Mm-hmm.
my Thorin build with master throwers.
Yep.
But then at some point I switched to retaliate because Pome people were just playing very few melee and a lot of orc crossbow, like 6,000, a crazy amount. And my guardians could kill very easily the front line. And at the point, the orc crossbows were killing themselves to retaliate because if there is no melee, they just got it by the melees, by my guardians. And since they were hitting 2 times per round at 90%, they were killing themselves twice as fast. But right now Thorin is just a damage commander, and I don't see his utility very useful. I
Yeah.
can see him being decent, but there is not what we had in 1.0. Like, Commander had a very straightforward advantage or upside to play them, while now it's just about math and what they can provide that's limited for many of them. So
You
that's
you
why
are
I'm
right about that. Is this now the game is essentially just math. You just need to do just do the math and then you're basically done. There is very little theory crafting like he used to in 1.0.
By the way, I just met me and Pride just spoke. He can share if you want to see some reports. He can share. There's only one thing that we don't really want people to see, and I doubt you'll see it, so it's fine.
Cool, that's fine. Cool. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go with some reports, baby. By the way, Pride, I'm leveling up my Thorn because I want to get some more ideas for my build with him. He's gonna be possibly my second team or third team if I ever need to run them in PvP. Whew, look at that. I mean,
I don't think he's bad. I just don't like what they did to him. Like, he had so much potential. He could be using so many builds with so many kind of dwarf build with
yeah, I agree.
so many aspects. And now it's just, you stick him like that. There is just one build that will work because there is just one build that will work, and that's basically King Under the Mountain Oakenshield. So poor damage commander, the utility that gives you is just what you get here. That even if someone can believe is good, and I can agree as a 4 commander that can be useful, like for a second army. I'm sure there is a better commander in doing everything he's doing. Mm, in any case, like even Revivalist 3, this is basically an Iron Foot weaker. Like it has the half of the rate of stunning, less damage, like half of the. I think Iron Foot is 50% more damage. Is 450%, and then you get this healing that's something, but not really much.
I agree.
While Iron Foot got, as I said, 50% more damage, double rate of stun, and the
Heal
target
block.
cannot recover HP.
Yep. Yep. A lot better.
So you get a debuff on the enemy. So the enemy, if he will try to dispel White Rider or Deceiver or many debuffs that can be quite strong, they may just dispel this one, or maybe someone is building I don't know, a Gala tank for healing Great Beast or great healing comp. You just deny completely their build, since Thorin doesn't really have much for healings. He just get this thing and command, but he's not even great in command. Like base King of Man has even a higher command.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's not even the case. And if you want him to really get the highest possible damage that he will deal, is Zenith 6. But if you do some basic math, his damage is pretty much the same as a King of Men.
Yeah, and he
little
has three
higher, like
trees.
100. Yeah, and he has 3 trees. So to maximize that, you need Zenith 6.
Yep, I
While
agree.
here we just need 2 trees. So that's cheaper and it's better. And you still get utility because I can see this as utility actually. An utility that Thorin wouldn't get that easily since the meta is a lot about madness like Stan and like Sauron, Beorn, Dane, even Zenith 6 Gandalf the White. Every commander in the meta comp has got one stun or madness, so this can be probably more useful than what utility is bringing. And this thing is just underwhelming.
Yeah, I agree. The way
So
I'm gonna
that's
run
why
him, just kind of going, I'm gonna run him with Oak and Shield, his R5, and then I have mine is Zenith 6, so I'm gonna run 5 points in Revivalist, and then 5 points into Kings of Durin's Folk, just for that little extra of utility from the R3. So just I'll show you guys when I get into 45, 46 in PvP what I'm trying to build with him. But like I agree with you, he's just underwhelming, I would say. Not a whole lot of damage there.
It's no different than Saruman, though. When you look at Saruman's second or R5 and
Yeah,
his
it's
bottom
so stupid.
the worst part about it is that go take a look at it. It's so stupid.
It's so stupid.
It scales off a command. It's like there's nothing this guy wants to do with command.
Exactly. You got two damage skills. Why would you then do off command? There's no synergy. There are a couple of commanders that the synergy that they've put in are so good. Even if the commander is not the best, the synergy is still so good. But when it comes to commanders like these, it's like what were they doing?
Yeah.
You know, like
Palantir-
who's gonna run hobbits?
Right? And the thing is, Palantir Scryer would have been amazing. Absolutely amazing, right? If it was focus. That's Palantir. Yeah.
Exactly.
So-
Everything's based off. So you either build them with command or damage, and it makes no sense to have to do either or.
Yeah.
No. Makes no sense at all.
He would have been super meta in my opinion, because then he would have been reducing damage every couple of rounds, right? By 10% plus focus, if that was the case,
Mhm.
without a chance of fear or madness.
I mean, I think if you have enough, if you have command high enough, like that damage reduction is like 30 or 40%, isn't it?
Right, but it's who's going to use
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Either somebody for some reason because they like Saruman, they're gonna run him in R. It makes no sense. I agree because his R. I mean, if his R5 wasn't what it is, I think would make more sense. I don't know if that makes sense. His R5 is just,
Well, his R5 is kind of garbage, though.
it is. That's what I'm saying. If his R5 was different, then
Yeah,
it
you gotta
might
put it-
make sense to not run him as a damage dealer. You can run him as something else.
The thing good about it is getting it to level 5 for the initiative. That's it.
Yeah, but
Even then, it's not worth it.
exactly. That sucks, man. All right, shall we see some reports, Pride?
Sure. I think I wanted to say that we probably play Skalem because I don't want to play Sauron. Even if, it's respect 5, but I still have like 50 mythic chests, so I can get him to respect 5. It just right now I don't really need this for PvE.
That's true. That's the same situation with me. I have him at R3. He will do fine, but for the idea that I'm having here, the reduction on the stats will play a good role on my build. You guys will see soon enough what I'm trying to do. See if it's gonna work. It might not work. We'll see.
I can just take the 1.0, but that's quite useless in PvE as well. So I'm just using him like this for now.
Cool.
I would like to play Skalem because I think for a good side player who is used for Dane and Beorn, or they don't have much touch. Like they deal damage a dead round and that's all. They have some cooldown and that's all. While I think Skalem has got some touch about Executioner and Nazgul going before White Council, some stun CC. So I like her more than Sauron. Honestly, I will try to run her for my pleasure. Like I will do whatever it takes to not play an elf. That's a rule. That Ryan
But
before was talking
ball.
about. Ryan was
He's using
talking
a
about.
black ball. It's
The
almost
black
an elf. It's using a bow.
Which bow you mean?
Scale helm. The bow.
Oh, but it's fine because if you see her,
She has a bow still.
no wait, in the animation she shoots an arrow, and then the little dog go there and brings back look.
Oh, there you go. He brings the head of
So
the
that-
elf.
So for me, whatever kills an elf is fine.
An elf that kills an elf is fine. There you go.
Yeah, that's fine for me.
Sounds more like an evil player to me.
Well,
I know. Look at that. You know.
My mindset got evolved. I was before in my mindset of being a dwarf, and I'm a dwarf. But then I was fine with whatever can kill a dwarf, an elf. So that's like opening my mindset to bigger horizon.
Yeah.
And Ryan, for example, before was talking about us playing Sirdan, but he's trying just to make our enemies underestimate our builds. I think that's the purpose. Saying that we play elves.
He's trying
I
to
see
fool
his
the guys.
point,
He's trying to fool everybody.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't have much to show. I've been quite busy with leadership till now. I have some gather here, farming some tiles with low command. I'm playing this Sauron. I think my Scalem got a lot of stamina. I should use it, but I don't have much time. I'm here using like 25 Marauders each march for farming those 150s.
Yep.
That's probably the best way to farm.
Definitely.
Overall.
I'm working on getting one of Bake's leader in here.
All right. Cool. Get him here. Thank you.
Right,
See,
if you go in the report chart, you can probably show him a few, like a bit more try, obviously not every single player, but show him a few more reports if you want, instead of just.
Oh, I mean the fellowship, right? He means.
If you want to see it anyway.
I think those are announcements.
No. Go all the way to the left. Yeah, left, and then go to the filter. Yeah.
We've Pride. I mean the chat room in the fellowship chat.
Oh, there you
People
go.
are posting them regardless. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see. So let's see. Free Dobby.
Oh, yeah. You guys got Parucone, huh? Man, that brings back memories.
We got Puck as well.
Yeah, I saw his comment this morning. What
You
is
might remember-
Paru running?
You might. Do you remember Dante, creature feature?
Dante, yeah, I remember.
We got those and Talon and stuff.
Oh,
Those-
you
those
guys got
pirates as
talent
well.
too.
Yeah.
Where was he playing?
I'm not entirely sure, to be totally honest. I found him through somebody. So.
Cool. Now, see, Pride, you're talking about Thorn just barely. I would have liked to see, at least in 2.0, I would have liked to see Thorn be a T3 version of Falcon. You know?
I think so. I wanted a troop commander.
Yeah, exactly. Like the whole Oaken Shield
dwarves.
thing would have been nice.
Yeah.
Something like that would have been really, really fun to play with
Hey, you
Thorn.
may want to hide your warband chat, eh?
What?
You have your warband chat up. There you go. Just in case.
Well, that's fine.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say there's nothing.
Yeah, and
Well, it's just people chatting shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no
Yeah,
worries.
I mean,
just
we
wanted
talked
to make sure.
with Ryan, and we are fine to show this being up, so there is no
Okay.
problem for now for us. So
oh,
I
so
don't think we have other than bushes in the chat.
so mine said Swag is a merge between Chaos, Rest, and Step. I didn't know players from Chaos were here. Cool.
I think with the amount of mergers, there's like fucking every single server's full of God knows who that you know now. 'Cause
Yeah.
The community's shrunk
Yeah.
so much. You always see people you know.
That's the sad thing, you know. It feels like we're not getting. I mean, there is one team. There is one team. I don't know if you guys heard of a team called Warg. Shout out to Mistro.
Yeah.
He's a friend of mine from the old days of Claw. If anybody knows who Claw used to be.
Yeah,
He's.
we got half claw here now, by the way.
Oh yes, you do. You guys have. Oh yeah, Bear. Of course. You guys have. Yeah, half a Claw is with you guys now. Yeah, I remember it. Now he's telling me that he's playing with a team called Warg. People are just coming out from season 3, and like people are like, it seems like these guys are doing incredibly well for being a season 3 team. Kind of crazy to think, but I'm in their Discord, and I was looking at some of the posts people are like have been doing on them, like in their season. You know, I was like, what the. I mean, but the sad thing about it is that there's very few of those happening. You know, very few new teams actually playing and growing. So I don't know. I hope something happens soon that brings new players into the game. I mean, obviously there are. I'm just not sure what's the turn rate for for these teams for players for new players. Hopefully not too great. Hopefully we don't get more players. All right.
We got a season 3 team in here, and then I think I can't remember. There's another team that's fairly fresh, like a season 5 team somewhere knocking about as well.
But is it any of the ones that you've mentioned? Or,
no. All the ones I mentioned are all the fucking big boys that are experienced. I think Lotr and Gondor, I think they're on their own. They're season 3.
Why did you guys choose RG instead of King of Men? Kings of Men.
Yeah, we didn't. Shake and we wanted to go on the King of Men before this. Shake and Bake had played like 4 King of Men in a row. So yeah.
I don't know. Kings of Men is interesting. I do miss factions a lot. I think factions give a lot of meaning to a season, you know? It is weird to see Iron with a rune flag, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Same for me, but at this point, as I say,
I know. I got you. I got you, brother. I mean, I was able to get Jax to come to NRP. You know?
Hey guys,
Jax was, hey.
just know I'm in a new season. If you got my message, but I'm in my own Discord with my own we're in our my warband's in our own Discord.
What's your warband's name?
I think I have a. Give me 1 second. Actually, don't even join the link I might send you, but it's called Dragons of the North is what it's called.
All right, cool. Send the link.
So that's what I'm in, but I am an officer in that warband right now.
All right, cool. Send the link. Send that link, Demon Wolf.
Yeah, I'll send you a link to our Discord.
All right, cool.
Some people, some of these guys don't even know you at all. But
what?
I'll post these guys don't even know you. These guys didn't even know you at all. I don't know why, but I sometimes know you because I watch your videos. That's why I know you.
All right, cool. I appreciate it. Yeah, send me the link and I'm gonna go in there and yell at them for not knowing who I am. How could they not know who I am? What kind of a world is this?
I'm posting the hangout channel.
Cool. I'll join there in just a second. All right.
Yep, I just posted. There you go.
Cool. Thank you, brother.
So that's our Discord server.
Yep.
So some of these guys I'm with in our roadband, we are in different server than you guys, I believe.
Yeah.
Are you guys in a different server?
Yeah. What season are you in?
Follow.
Is this season 1, season 2, or how many seasons have you guys played already?
He's
Oh,
gone.
yeah, he's gone. I think. Oh, he's back.
Oh,
He's back.
So,
are you in a different server?
I'm not. Yeah, I just joined your server. Yeah. All right.
Because I'm in. Because I can send you. Or that I can see if I can.
Yeah, I joined your team's Discord just now. Is that cool?
He's gone.
All right, so let's do this. Oh, there you go. Where were we again? I forgot what topic we were on. Who can refresh your memory here?
I would remember the set.
What's up, Alana? Oh, talking about so I was saying I was able to get Jax to go to, NRP because RP for evil is just like, So,
You know what I said earlier about, in my opinion, obviously Meta's strongest, but there being a lot of stuff that's not too far behind.
yeah.
Like, as far as I'm concerned, the majority of big evil players, not really all they have to, they can do what they want, but all they got to do is build a Gandalf the White. They'll probably have 2 DDs ready to go, and they're Saurons.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that is true. I mean, I have a friend. He has a crazy evil account, like crazy. Like he has. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. Zenith 15 Sauron, Zenith 15 Undying, like this crazy account, and I'm not able to get his shadow to do more than 90k damage, and he has a crazy shadow. So it's like, if you're not gonna mix, if you're gonna play NRP, and you're not gonna mix evil and good, you're gonna suffer. Good side doesn't need to do that. I mean, like I say, let's do this really quick. Okay, I'm gonna just hide the Discord here. I'm gonna log into my account, and I'll show you guys. I don't run. Oh, jeez. I don't run Evil Commander shit. The only one I'm gonna test is gonna be Sauron for a specific build that I want to do, or maybe as in my B team.
I didn't unlock Sauron yet. I'm still like I'm getting close to getting him right now.
Cool. That's good.
I just posted over I just posted a picture of my my map and everything.
Yep.
So I changed my faction in the Lord of the Rings Discord server. So I'm not even Mordor. I'm in a different faction.
Okay, cool.
So that's why I had to change faction in the Lord of the Rings Discord.
No worries. All right, cool. No worries. Thank you. Well, let's give a quick shout out here. Give me a second, Demons. Give me a second. Give a quick shout out to Lucas. Ignas Lubauskas just became a Hobbit supporter during the stream. Thank you, my friend. And give also a shout out to Slipster. Every single time Slipster is here, he gifts everybody memberships. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you so much. I mean, everybody. And now everybody for 30 days get the beautiful ring next to their name. There you go. Hopefully after that, you guys will will stick around. All right, let's have a look here really quick. So I'm playing NRP, right? And I am not running Evil Commanders on my formation. I'll show you guys my builds. Let's see here.
I'm using good guys and evil guys commanders right now.
Cool.
Because I'm in I believe I'm in am I in RP?
It sounds like you are in NRP if you're playing using good guys and bad guys. I think so.
Yeah, I'm using both right now. So I have what's the guy with the right suit with the staff? I forgot his name, but I used him I use them a lot. Like
That-
for real.
All right. Let's do, give me a second here, Damien. Let me go through some of these things here, some of my reports here, and then we can go back to chatting a little bit away. Give me a second. Just some of the chat. I mean, the nice thing about Slipster, the nice thing about you giving the memberships, I can see the 20 people that are on and haven't commented on the chat yet. I can see Zane here, T Steps is here, Surtur is here, Sam Pickering is here. Shout out to Sam. Yeah, well, I mean, your ring is a different color now because you've been here for so long. Daktronic is here. Brody is here. League Plays. Arsenal. Jeez, come on, guys. All right, so cool. By the way, Atme is in, all things Middle Earth is here in this, in this server with us. Haven't really seen him in a while. Just gonna do a quick shout out to Atme. Hopefully you're doing okay, my friend, and hopefully we see you soon. Okay, we've been in the same server for 30 days now. He has been rather quiet recently, so giving him a shout out. So, okay, so I don't run Evo Commandos on my main formation, and you can see I do. This guy runs Gale without dwarves, which is interesting. Still does quite a bit of damage though. If you look at the utility from the evasion is not there, he's still able to do some damage.
I
So
would say more respectable than playing elves, though.
sorry.
Less. I would say that's better than playing full elves.
But
It's like, playing one elf but with dwarf units, so you compensate on that. But I will debate on the efficiency.
yeah, okay. See, I do just fine. Obviously, guys, I'm not trying to here, to show off. So, oh, look how OP this is. Just he's running all evil. I'm running all good. It's able to do fairly well. I'm running this formation for Falcon. Unique's not maxed out. Still a couple things to max out. I would like to have a different trait. I prefer evasive action. I was looking at my reports and I was looking to see should I stack more defense. This is pre-battle, by the way. Great Beast go up to like 230 something with his with this skill here maxed. I'm trying this for now. But then when you're running tanky units, White Council gets clean from you, round one. By the end of round one, you're running Great Beasts. Falcon has no more White Council. So, for me, running evasive action is the best gear slot because he is so slow. That's gonna stay on him until round 4. Just like the evasion from Gil and everything else. If you're slow enough, everybody else is gonna attack you, and it's only at the end of round, round 3. But because you're so slow, it stays a little bit longer. So I hopefully by a couple seasons I'll be able to get some of these to evasive action. Possibly switch this to a reckoning. I want to test a reckoning here instead of that. Potentially keep this one though. But he does fairly well though. And then you got I got my Z9 with the 1.0 gear. Complete speed build, running Ram Riders just for the speed. that's 97 speed. It will outspeed most of the things, And then your average Danes, the same stuff. I'm trying to see how much I can, how much madness and things I can evade by giving him some speed as well. And then Bjorn with 1.0 helm and a 1.0 speed chest there. Now he does fairly well, I can hold my own against when we were sieging, I hold myself rather well. I mean, if you look at this guy right here, this guy is nasty. All right, so the meta, this guy is running a pretty well out meta. Raven, Z8 Sauron speed build, Z11 Gandalf the White, Z10 Dane, and Z10 Bjorn. That's a pretty nasty formation. Held myself pretty well if you consider that this is we're fighting in their land, King of Man, minus 10% damage, you know. So not a bad trade here. But then look at this, you know. Held out, took out this guy right here. Took him out and then lost on the third one. You know? So good side, going back to the argument, good side does not need to switch essentially anything. If you want to just do even better, you go for, you know, for Sauron. But other than that, you know, you're fine. Evil, on the other hand, I couldn't say the same.
Shafted.
I can't say that, you know, hey, just build Sauron to be your tank, or do this, it does. Oh, the evasion from Undying is crap. You know? Yeah, oh, they have the ring buff. Kaylin's also said during those reports I was showing, you know, I have the ring buff. They Dobe and Det, they have the ring buff on, so you couldn't reinforce. So, oh, good question here. I'll let you. So, if you guys seen any of my videos related to Falcon, any of you guys here in the voice chat could answer this. Maybe not Demon Wolf, but question here from somebody with the letter A. Sorry, I can't read, you know, your name, how it's properly read. So, why are you collecting unit defense instead of commander defense for Falcon? Anybody want to reply to that? So I'll reply to that. Don't worry. So because I'm running 2 damage mitigation commanders, you know, I got Gandalf the White here and Falcon. I'm not building him as a support. I'm building him mainly for his tankiness and on the side his, you know, his supportability. Him being the tank, I need my unit to be able to absorb and lose as little HP as possible. So by having 200 plus of unit defense, anytime a damage commander hits me, it will do very, very little damage. Okay? While this is why you see my Falcon not running dwarves. He is giving, you know, his R5 skill. Okay? His R5 skill will give damage mitigation to 3 allied formations. Okay? That have dwarf units. If I had dwarf units, I would be one of those 3 potentially. Then it becomes an RNG fest to see which one gets it, and I don't want that. See, I'm running trolls in this case, and because you have the bottom adventurous determination bottom skill from his unique that gives him damage reduction. Okay, for each dwarf unit, I can give myself enough mitigation from, you know, the right gear set, from high defense, and from having dwarves, you know, in the rest of the formation, to not necessarily need my own damage mitigation from his skill. You know, and the reason why I'm not going for high commander mitigation is because at the level that I'm hitting about 115. Because in this case, I usually run this at max level and this at 5, but I'm testing the opposite this season. But so in this case, I get 11.5 commander defense here. So that puts me at 105. And at 105, okay, let's look at the report really quick. Oh, all right, cool. Alex. All right, brother Alex, here we go. Okay, so at 105, let's have a look how much damage mitigation that is, okay? Thryng's Guard. Let's see where Thryng's Guard hit. It won't be in round 1 most likely because he is taking all the normal attacks, and most commanders don't have a skill that, you know, proc in round 1, right? So let's go to round 2. Round 2, Thrine's Guard. Where is it? Can we get hit by somebody? All right, so my White Council is already giving me 65% damage mitigation, okay? And my Thrine's Guard is giving 46.6. That's 100 and almost 112. There's a 90. You can't go higher than 90%. So I'm already going above, I'm already capped at my damage mitigation. So I don't need to have higher damage mitigation, from Thrine's Guard. If I was running 200 commander defense, this would be like I can't remember. I had to look at Ombra's spreadsheet to see exactly, but it could be around, I think, 50 or 60 something percent. But I'm already capped at 46, so I don't need that. So you're better off in the way that I've built. Okay, in the way that I've built, I'm better off running unit defense. I hope that makes sense. If it didn't, I'm gonna be coming out with my own, guide explanation for this very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. That is why.
I'm using on my end. I'm using Witch King. What else? Marvel Sauron. What else? Shadow. And go the guy with the bow, but I'm using him. I got him at they're both are at level 30, but I'm using a purple troops right now on them.
All right, how's that going for you?
Doing good. We're trying to take something right now, so that's why we were trying to figure out what to do, because we're just trying to take something right now, but right now we're just doing something right now. We're not at war with another faction right now. We just saw I just saw another faction went to our past me yesterday. I didn't attack him. I didn't lose any troops, but he went past my base yesterday. So I didn't even attack them yet. But we're trying to take something and everything else. So
Cool. I hope you're enjoying it, my friend. Now,
yeah.
Yeah, man, Evil does not have the same easy time as us good side players do when they go to NRP.
Yeah, I'm using both evil and good guys right now. So I can take a shot while I'm using because I have 6 troops on my roster right now, 6.
All right, cool. All right, guys. Don't go near World Chat. Inferno. By the way, if you guys don't know, Inferno here in the chat, he also has a YouTube channel that he covers. He's in the same server as we are. He plays in Dobby, but he also covers content, on YouTube for the game. So, by the way, guys, I told you guys gonna ask you a question later on, and so don't go anywhere yet. I still want to ask you guys this question, but I'm gonna leave it towards the end. Now, kind of going back to what Pride was saying, one of the things I'm going to try to do is see how much I can allow my second formation to survive by combining these two damage mitigations, okay, with his R3. So, I mean, if you think about that, this is a constant melee damage received -5. That's -5. That's -10, right? But that's just the next instance, okay? So that's a potential -15 in a -3. So a possible -18 in damage mitigation here. Could I make it work? I'm hoping, because I don't want to have to basically put a Z6, on the bench. I would love to not have to do that. So, see, got my Sauron at level 40 here. Hopefully I can get him to R5 soon. By the way, guys, I don't know if you guys remember, I'm on the road to 1,000 Mathoms. I'm almost there.
Really? Because I'm in my game right now, talking to my boyfriend right now, which is I'm talking about my game right now.
Yeah.
So like, well, I can't actually show you how much I need to actually get Star on because I'm gonna have to take a shot and actually send it to you.
Cool. Send me that in a DM a little bit later. Ignas said this in the chat. If I put my ring, will I be back to 1.0?
Yeah.
Ryan, question for you.
Yeah.
How much, in your opinion, how much is it worth it to try to run 2 or 3 formations? You know,
Not so. So it depends massively. So, anyway, my opinion. Should I start?
yeah. There you go.
In my opinion, if you're fighting even a remotely close fight against anything, sustainability-wise, 2 formations, you're gonna struggle to sustain anything other than small troops. So in my opinion, obviously if you are a casual player and you sit back and don't play for a while and then just jump on for an hour or two, then 2 formations might actually suit you better. But if you're one of these people that play a hell of a lot, small troops are the way for sustainability, just because they train so fast. And then obviously you also have to be whale/kraken enough to build 2 formations that can actually compete at a decent level and run small troops. So I think if you don't fit into that category, then 2 formations likely isn't the way to go for you.
I'm
But
trying
casuals,
to
yeah,
think
sure.
what the devs thought, you know, when they put all these heroes in the same formation without increasing barrack size, you know.
Yeah, I don't.
I love if we have the double barrack size.
The limiting factor though, again, I'm only talking from my team's perspective. If you're really active, barracks isn't the limiting factor. It's conscription time. So that's why I'm saying small troops are the way forward, because they conscript so much faster.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
you can get more value out of your commanders. Barracks, again, they don't really help, because if you are fighting a close fight, your barracks should never ever be full. Unless you sit back, and again, that's just a different play style. There's fucking majority of the community play that way. They sit back for a little bit and then jump on at night and play maybe a couple of hours or whatever. Then perhaps barracks would help them. But yeah, I don't know.
I get you. I get what you mean. My only wish was that they I mean, not just, I'm not saying just increase barrack size, but I would like to see the capacity to use more commanders sustainable. Because I love to run 3 formations. I think I have enough gear to run 3 formations. Obviously, they're not all, you know, equal in power, but I would love to be able to say, look, I have enough troops to run all my stamina on all these 3 formations without having to go, oh crap, I just, you know, halfway through the stamina on all 3 formations, I don't have troops anymore. And that's essentially what happens, you know?
Sorry interruption. My leader's gonna look on our Discord to see you. So
All right, cool.
She's gonna. I just told her my warband chat. I just told her you're in our Discord.
Cool. I appreciate it, my friend. So, Kimi, Inferno just hit me while we were talking, and as you can see, they got ring buff and the territory in the mine, you know, the territory buff, and I'm not even running great beasts, and you know, this did just fine. I mean, he did well though.
We did.
Jeez.
My warband didn't.
Yeah, that was my point exactly. You're running an off meta. Obviously, Falcon's off meta.
Yeah.
And you can get like, obviously your composition was slightly more resource heavy with the Great Riders and Trolls.
Definitely.
But
definitely.
not massively, and you're still getting positive trades. I don't think people seem to obsess over the meta a little bit at the minute, but I don't think it's as big a deal as people make it out.
What you mean, like barrack size? You mean?
No, like people obsess with the Sauron gun off the white.
Yeah,
Maybe,
yeah,
or-
I
or
agree. I agree. I mean, honestly, so I have a guy in our team. He's running a formation almost just like this, but he's running Gandalf the Grey. Man, the guy is wrecking everybody. You know, and I was thinking the reason why I like the way that he's using him is that he's using his Gandalf the Grey very tanky. He hardly ever loses troops. His Gandalf the Grey, and he's healing the formation. So there are ways to not use specifically, the 4 meta. I just don't right now, at least I don't think he can go much away from it, and feel like you're doing well. Like, Vessi isn't here. I don't think he's on right now, but he runs, instead of Falcon, he runs Galadriel, and she does extremely well. So it would be interesting. I mean, Jax is here. He just came off your guys' server, and we brought him through the village system, and he's running some interesting, off-meta formation. It's fun to see the stuff that he's working on.
But Jax is also just a beast.
I know.
He's hyperactive. He's an intelligent player. So he's just the guy could probably make a lot of things work that other people would struggle.
So I don't know. NRP's been fun, although I am not a big fan, of the whole ring buff, like the territory buff, that people get. I completely dislike the 5-minute counter. It just slows everything down. I wake up at 4 in the morning to go to the gym, and we were here this morning. I got up I got access to multiple logins, to put it that way.
My leader's on our Discord. Follow.
All right, cool, my friend. I'll talk to you guys there in just a second. There. All right, is that cool?
Yeah.
All right. So I was here as soon as we started today, and by lunchtime, this is 8 hours later, without any real problem from resistance from players. It took us basically 8 hours to then be here. You had 1 or 2 players hitting us from time to time, but I feel like they're moving elsewhere. Their strategy is moving elsewhere. It took us 8 hours to go from here. Look at this, guys. This usually will take us, 15, 20 minutes without the tile thing, back in 1.0. It took us 8 hours to go from that to that. Because it's like, just like Pride will say, it's math. All you have to do is, 10 minutes each, 5 minutes each tile. Exactly how much time's gonna take you. Unless it's a neutral tile, right? Like this one, then there's no timer. But other than that, I know that's gonna take me. If there isn't any other connecting tiles, which usually isn't when you're fighting on enemy territory, you gotta cut through. So just these 6 tiles here is going to take us half an hour to get to. Again, like I said, unless you have eagles and you start, spamming these, which by the way, could be a strategy. Don't get me wrong. But, having to path with a full formation of level 30s with eagles hitting twice to then start taking it, it's still a bit of a hassle,
Or using evil dragons too.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Now, quick question for you, Ryan. Lucifer also, he said, Ryan explained it perfectly. Conscription time is really bottlenecking your ability to run 2 formations successfully, and you need a massive resource income to make that really work. Now, quick question: what would be your, because this like what we're talking about now is kind of leads into what I want to do and the question I have for you guys later, before we end the stream. And that is, what would you do to make that a possibility with the current game? Like, what would be an option to improve or to change a few things where people could, you know, for people that want to be more active, what would you change to make it so people could run multiple formations?
Wait, so you're saying from like a developer perspective?
Yeah. Like, what would you change? Yeah, if you could. You know, you said the hiring, the conscription is the main thing. So would you then triple, you know, double the amount of, you know, like queues that you have? Would you double the speed of it?
That probably wouldn't end very well, because if we doubled it for everyone, I don't know actually, it reward activity even more. Yeah, I'd probably potentially just add some sort of extra queue or something like that. I don't think doubling would be quite extreme.
Well, yeah, but that's what I mean, like increasing the amount maybe.
Potentially, yeah. You can't add speeds, because the only reason I think this game survived as long as it has is because a lot of other games that run off. I played a game before this called Mobile Strike.
Okay.
And there's tons of games. They're basically replicas out there. It's basically a replica of this, pretty much, apart from obviously some minor details. And that had conscription speeds, and it was when you introduce that, it becomes incredibly pay to win. So they couldn't do that. I think the only sustainable way would be to add some sort of small buff to conscription. Other than that, I don't know. I think you're really struggling.
Lucifer said, one idea would be to have 3 commanders instead of 4, which would be you know what would be a better idea in that regard, Lucifer? Make it 1 commander only. You know, with option to have 3 troops. Look how revolutionary this idea is. You know what you should do? Break down that formation into, you know, 1 commander per army, per the whole army, and allows you to have up to 3 units. You know, 3 units.
That's smart, man.
That's how I would. That's how I would revolutionize the game. Let's pitch it to the devs. That they're gonna love it. They're gonna make Rise to War 3.0 plus with that idea. You know?
I hope so. Honestly, I genuinely do.
But you guys do know, right, that the initial idea for 2.0 was 9 commanders in the formation.
Delusion. That's just delusion. Right?
You guys knew that, right? The guys in the chat, please tell me if you knew what the yes I did. Because Anubis actually, was it Anubis or Saints in the official Discord? They okay, a lot of you guys didn't know. So they confirmed that again when we talked about it like a couple weeks ago. They said, did you guys know that it was going to be 9 commanders per formation? But the devs wanted, they were weary of the free to play players, and so they made it only 4. That's the beauty.
We're so lucky they blessed us.
Yes, exactly. Look what a ghost just said. That was in the beta, from what I know. The 9 commander formation was in the beta. Lucifer. Imagine waiting to equip 9 commands with full golds. Yeah, exactly. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I think I do something like that, like you said. I think Law also said create a separate barracks for each race of troops and allow all troops to be conscripted instead of hired, ensuring a steady flow of troops. Now, Law, I am not sure. Maybe I'm not sure I'm following that.
Unless he's implying that there was no sort of queue system, you could just recruit as many barracks that you had, if you get what I'm saying. So each barracks had their own individual queue.
Oh, okay, and also, okay.
I'm guessing. I'm guessing anyway. That's me guessing.
But what if I only want to run dwarfs though?
I think that's what he's implying. It would probably encourage some diversity. I don't know. I'm just guessing what the guy.
Yeah, I mean, if Law's still in, he's probably typing the answer. I mean, I'd like to understand a little bit more. Oh, okay, it pushes you to expand. Okay. That is an interesting idea. I mean, it would suck for some players that want to play specifically that race, but look at Inferno. You're suggesting we use elves? Thorgrim's gonna come here and smack everybody. Let's see. Quick question for you guys that are leaders in the chat here, in the voice chat. Was this a setup server, or is it like a complete organic thing that happened?
In terms of like we spoke, we all just happened to be in Bag End.
Okay.
Similar times. I think Shake and Bake and Panda and Axe had spoke a couple of times about like trying to, because there were similar schedules, trying to like meet up on a server, and then we just happened to finish our RP. It was. I don't think you can. I mean, you can. You're lucky if you get an organic server nowadays that's big, or even sustainable.
That is true.
So there was conversations in terms of setup. There's no obviously no rules, no terms, no conditions, anything. So everyone can just do whatever the fuck they want. The idea was let's just try and get a server semi-full.
That is how I think everybody should approach this. Since the game doesn't give it to us, I think if you're gonna try to put a group, people together, that's all I would say is, look, there is no agreement whatsoever. All we're trying to do is bring people into the same server. Now, if you guys want to do your deals in the back end before we even go in, whatever, do what you gotta do. But we're not gonna try to create this, this system where everybody kind of goes in. We have all these rules, all these things, because I feel like that. I mean, I'm telling you guys this because this is what I told my friends at Yudes. Inferno is here. Law is here. I think if you're not a leader, you might feel like if you are a leader, it might feel even worse. But with too many agreements, agreements as in all the teams are in agreement, not as in pre-made agreements in the back end. I feel like the server has almost no room for organic flow, for it to develop on its own, like season 1, season 2, season 3, like all these seasons in the before we had this whole back end system. Up until then, really, it was we fight whoever is here, right? You didn't know who was coming. You just got there and boom, you dealt with what you had to do. And so I think it's good that you bring a lot of teams into the server, but what sucks about this, and you guys are leaders, you guys understand, is that and we talked about this in other live streams. We talked about this with I talked about this with my own teams. With my own team, I only play in one team now. But it's leaders tend to say that they want to have fun, but the fun is always second to winning. We want to have fun, but first we want to make sure that we are the winning ones, and then we want to have fun. Instead of being like what you guys are doing right now, which is, and I'm not saying Yudes is doing that, because I know they're not. Like the amount of limitations and agreements there are in the server, I'm not enjoying it because there is too much, let's make sure everybody's happy, which is a nice thing to do. But in a war game, it kind of hurts the whole idea of the game, And
so
go ahead.
Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
So, I was going to say I 100% agree with you, although there are exceptions. Like, for example, Iron proved last season that they're more than comfortable sitting with one territory as long as they have PvP. That's all they fucking care about. So there are exceptions to the rule, and I think as well, I think mindsets are starting to shift. Like people are becoming comfortable. Like it used to be, you lose one region and people freak the fuck out.
Exactly.
But I think more and more people are being a bit more grown up and registering the fact that that's part of the game, and if they want their players to have fun, then they may have to lose at times.
Yeah. Now you mentioned there are exceptions. Yeah, you didn't even have to, like to bring talk about Iron. Iron is probably one of the very few teams, if not the only team that I personally played against and know that they will play their game, even if it's even if it's like no territory in PvP somewhere. These guys just don't quit, and that's the cool thing about the mentality and the the culture that they built in their team. They just keep fighting. I mean, we fought them 4, 5, 6 seasons ago, and we felt that. It was basically two pirate teams versus them, and they held us two full pirate teams. It was essentially just them, and they were able to do amazingly well versus us. So I know exactly how Pride plays. And so, which is cool to see that you guys moved on to to NRP this season. Hopefully, we get to fight you guys. But the reason go ahead, man.
I was building. If you saw the last time I posted of the elves in my last server, we were my last server we were attacking elves in the last server.
Yep.
But now we're not attacking anything right now.
Cool.
So we're just.
That's really cool.
So right now we're not even attacking anything in my Robin, so
I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying the game, my friend.
yeah, I am.
Cool.
My ring power is now like round. If you want to look at my picture, my ring power will pop up on the photo I just posted on the Hangout.
Yep. Cool. I see
So
it. I see it. Cool, my friend.
So I don't know why these guys are like not near our territory, but they're trying to get into our territory, but they're trying to get to some of these guys using birds. You talk about birds. These are what these guys are using.
Cool. Yeah, I see it. So, but going back to that point, Ryan, that you're talking about just now. Because I feel there are so few teams that actually are willing to do that. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe by us talking about this here in the stream, more leaders are gonna be like, no, we don't do that. Like we want purely, just let's go have fun together, and whatever happens. Because I do feel that unless people just like you said, people mature this this whole thing. We are gonna, with the intention of trying to make a fun server, we're gonna kill the season for players. I love the organicness of guys. I've been in some of the worst losses in this game's history. I've season 3, season 4. I'm used to playing in some very small teams, and I remember at this time we were fighting Rohan. We were in Rohan. We were fighting 3 factions alone, because our leader did something and then fled the game. People just pounded us until the very last day of the server. But man, that was some of the most fun I've had in the entire game. It was just organic. It was fluid. We tried conversations to see if things could be eased. They're like, nope, we're not gonna stop. So we're like, guys, we gotta gather. We got a lot of people started quitting the game or taking the break because they didn't want to have to fight that much. It was too much for them. But whoever stayed on, we're like, hey, let's gather here. Let's do a sneak attack on this keep. And out of nowhere, we took a keep. People were like, yo, how did you guys do this? We thought we ended you because we didn't have a single territory. We're able to, gather a few, just like Rohan did in the movies, gather a few, and we took a keep. Those memories don't come from winning. They don't come from even doing well. It just come from it, having a season where the people you're playing with are willing to just play, and have fun. Evan said, unfortunately, it's not like that anymore. And I agree. it's, I mean, a lot of changes, you know, with a lot of changes coming, they really have. I think they've been they're killing people's motivation to play. You know, and that's where it hurts. I mean, a lot of people that I know, you know, they're like, I gotta take a day off, gotta take a month off or a season off, and they kind of don't come back anymore. Like, nah, it's okay, you know. So I just hope we can get more seasons like you guys are in right now. Just, you know, bring a bunch of people in, may the best win, may, you know. We were talking about this in my Discord or on the official Discord at some point recently. People were talking about how, you know, complaining about how things go in a, like in, I think it was talking about in our server. I think it was in World Chat. And I remember writing something like this, you know, imagine if Lord of the Rings, instead of having Saurons and Saruman and Grima in the story, everybody was a Galadriel. You know, if everybody was the same character, everybody's doing the same thing, the story wouldn't be as beautiful as as us that like Lord of the Rings, you know, find it. And so the reason why it's so special is because of all the different characters, all the different stories. You know, Grima backstabbing, you know, Saruman in the end, or, you know, Grima doing what he did with King Theoden and all that stuff. The fight between Gandalf the Grey and Saruman. All of these things make the whole story. The same thing in a server. You know, maybe have a team that's, you know, they backstab somebody, but that's part of the story. You know, it's we should enjoy all of that and make the best of it for the, you know, for the sake of our time, guys. We put so much time into this game. You know, imagine just this boring battle simulator that we're trying to play here. We gotta have fun. So, don't trust the elf. That's what Igna said. I think it's more as the fellowships consolidated killing the game. Not many people want free-to-play players anymore. That is very much true. Or they take the whales of the smaller teams, meaning they can no longer compete. I just think we are bringing about our own downfall by trying to basically build meta teams to win all the time. That is true, man. That is true. You know, that would be kind of a, I guess, hopeful wish that like the big team will say, look guys, we're breaking apart. Everybody, you know, people are gonna go there, separate, try to find smaller teams to play. That would be nice.
A dangerous game.
Exactly.
Because, for example, a lot of our guys say frequently that if it weren't for our team, they wouldn't play.
That is true. I mean, I think at this point, I agree with you, Ryan. I'm gonna kind of backtrack on what I said. One of the main reasons why I'm still playing is because of the people I play with. You know,
I think a lot of people are in that boat. Even small teams, big teams.
It doesn't mean that I can't change. It doesn't mean that I can't change. You know, I mean, I've switched teams ever since I started the game. I've only had a fixed team. I don't know, 5 seasons ago, when 7 seasons ago, when I joined with Jax and we went to the Pirates. That's when I really found a home, and now, you know, in Nudes. But the thing is, because of all the, you know, the pain and the anguish, and I'm being honest when I say pain and anguish, because I think like most of you guys, I really came to love this game. With all its flaws back in 1.0, with all its issues, I enjoyed how it was. The mechanics with the people I played with, it was just perfect in its own way, you know? And so the issue now is, with all the things that have been happening in 2.0, switching teams kind of becomes a maybe it's time to leave moment, you know? I feel.
I completely agree on that.
You agree or you disagree?
I completely agree on that.
You know?
I believe many people on my team are finding losing as much as they can play with me and the other old iron guys they bond with, even the new lame guys. So it's all a topic about. It happens a lot lately that teams are merging into each other, and usually people who can see similar mindset to theirs, or even allies from previous season merge between them, because it's quite demoralizing to see inactivity, or people not actually playing much, or people leaving, people not liking the game anymore. So after all, I completely agree that whatever we have left in this game, but memories from 1.0, is the people we play with. We have liked it, and we still like, and we still discover and meet in those days.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be very hard to see things change. I'm gonna leave you guys with this question. So, what I would like to do is, so how, like I said earlier, I wake up very early in the morning, and for example, the Azog video that the leaked video, which by the way I did find out was an unintentional leak, but kind of assumed it, but I got some internal intel that it was an accidental leak. I didn't do it the day before because the only time I have to make videos is early morning after I go to the gym. And so I would like to start bringing to light suggestions and complaints that you guys have in video format, because I know that their community manager, like, they see a lot of those videos. And so I created a Google form. It's going to be especially for you guys leaders that are watching right now. I'm gonna put the link after the video on the Discord. I would love to get your guys's, it's just one little thing, it's just one box in a Google form saying, what would you like to be changed or improved? And guys, we have to be realistic with how the game is right now. Saying we want 1.0 back, it probably won't happen. It's July. It's been almost a year since the implementation of 2.0, and we've had one commander come out so far. Very not likely they're gonna say, yeah, we're listening to you guys, let's bring it back to 1.0. I would love that to happen, but just give your inputs and ideas to how make the current game better. Like we talked about, the barracks. I would love to be able to run. I have 3 formations right now. They're not final. That's why I'm saying Sauron might be part of it. I have 3 formations. I have these guys right here.
I have like 6 formations, like 6 formations unlocked on my end already.
Cool. Good. Keep at it, my friend. Okay, look, this is possibly because I don't have any damage mitigation for them. I might change a few things around to see.
Did you unlock the purple on your account yet?
Yeah.
I'm using purple right now on my both my 6 troops right now.
Cool.
I had to like switch the blue ones to purple ones because I have left is like 7 purple ones left, so I'm trying to build more right now.
Cool. Good stuff, my friend. So this is possibly one. I want to see just how much I can bring from him. I have a dream that I'm gonna be making a Z1 Dwalin in the future. We'll see. That's why, guys. Oh, by the way, I should have done this early. If you guys, where is it? If you guys are still, I'm so bad at self-promotion. I am a marketer. This is the crazy thing. I've been working as a marketer for the last 10 years, and I'm really bad at self-promoting. Isn't that ridiculous? But I've left a link in the chat here. Okay, if you guys are still spending in the game, use the link. All I want to do is be able to do a 1,000 Matham live stream. So I'm at 381. Okay, I should be by the end of the season at maybe 500, hopefully. So if you guys, use the top-up link that I've put the link in the chat here, you guys are helping me get to that much, much faster. Okay, I want to do a 1,000 live stream and see if I can get Dwalin to Z1 so I can get his beautiful Zenith costume. All right, so going back to what I was showing you guys. That's possibly one of the formations. The other, which I'm not so convinced yet, is this here. Okay, Boom. You know, my tank, he would be my tank. And then, you know, with a tank unit and then damage. I'm not really happy with this guy's damage. It's so, you know, his damage is so poor. I mean, we were talking about that just barely. Two trees, it's possibly some mitigation. It is so poor. It's just, but I'll keep trying. I'll keep trying to see how that works out. Okay. And so I love to be able to use more, like all of them in PvP in different places, but I like to be able to use them. I know that if I hit, you know, each hit 3-4 different armies, boom, I'm done for the day. Can't hit anything else. Okay. Inferno. His damage may be better if I had gear on. That is a fact. Okay. What's up, Cleishan? Look at that, Cleishan in the house. How you doing? I saw EJU's week 1 video. It's looking interesting for you guys over there at Book. Let's see here. So barracks that's why I brought up the whole barracks discussion, because I wish that there was some kind of improvement to the barracks that allow players to play with more formations than what we currently have. I think it's an issue right now. I don't think it's enough for players that want to be active and play a lot in PvP. You know, especially the game is, because think about this, guy. The game is tailored to spending. Even though we do have our free-to-play or low spenders, the game doesn't reward as much people that are in the mid-tier, but are very, very, very active. That's my feeling, at least. And so I like to have a system where it improves on the barracks. Either add 1 or 2 extra, you know, queues, or there's kind of a buff on the speed. You know, something that allows you to play longer if you so choose. But I do agree with what Inferno said. Before we go down it's all terrible conversation. The barracks and forts and tactical forts are actually great new features. I agree, they are great. You know, they are great. They are a great compromise from 1.0, though. You know that, right? Because back in 1.0, you could change on the fly everything, right? But I do agree with you that the tactical fort and the level 4 forts and up, allowing you to store units, is amazing. I agree with you. That for me essentially fixes the whole mobility issue, right? I really enjoy it. Lost said leveling commanders' armies from 40 to 50 after the average fighter level of a server hits 50 is really challenging. You need to fix that. I agree 100%. See, Inferno, was it Inferno that said it? Oh yeah, easy fix. I've seen is an affiliated, and that's true. You know, for players that start late or whatever, one of the ways to level up is to hit yourself. Is it over here? Can't even. Right? You guys will see this, right? And it's people helping each other level up because they can't level up in PvP. It's virtually impossible to level up from 40 to 50 in PvP. It's almost impossible. I mean, and I've been PvPing with another account, crazily welled out, and it doesn't perform. Like, and I mean crazy as in crazy. You know, crazy amounts of investment into this formation, and it's still lost to, you know, a average level 47, 50. So leveling up even for whales, I'm not talking about Uber Elf level, because that probably the biggest RP good side player I've seen. I don't know if Lonely was bigger, but Uber is huge. Maybe for him it might be easy. But for the whales and the guys with one formation as Z1, you know, it was very, very, very hard. So I agree with you, Law. You know, going from 40 to 50. I mean, honestly, at this point, I believe they should just bring back the old leveling system. Because think about this. They're delaying so much the PvP, like making it so slow, that doesn't matter if people are gonna level up until 50 and then fight. I don't think it really matters anymore because everything is so delayed. You know? So yeah. I wish there was more meaningful things to do on the map too, you know. Oh, look, here you go. We got Jax right here. I wish there was more like, you know, lore related stuff to do throughout the map, you know.
Just I haven't played a season 1, but just a question for you because you might know.
Mm-hmm.
Do they only have access to the same sort of purchases we have? Because I've always thought, in my opinion, they should just absolutely throw shitloads of fucking good deals at them, and it's not going to hurt them because A, people are going to spend if they feel like they're getting loads of stuff for their money, and B, it just will make them a bit stronger when they come into season 3 and meet the big teams.
My feeling is that no, they don't have crazy deals from season 1. But I can ask. But I don't. From my experience, no, it's basically the same stuff.
I think they should.
I mean, I think they should. I think they should too.
Just honestly chuck as much gear as you can at those guys, so that when they meet us with like Z10s, I'm happy to fight them.
I agree with you. They should be loading these guys up, so when they get to our level, you know, like season 3 and up, they're ready to fight. Because it makes no sense for a game that's 3 years old to try to bring new players without any kind of benefits to them when they're gonna be fighting us, you know, after 2 seasons. I agree. It makes no sense, you know. Marketing wise, it makes no sense. So Lost said there's a few deals, but not nearly enough to do what he's suggesting. So I might have to do a, you know, kind of check out the new season to see, you know, what it is.
As far as the developers work, I feel like that'd be a very, very easy thing to do. And
100%.
And money-wise, I'm pretty sure it'd be a benefit for them as well. So I don't really see any negatives.
No, you know, it would be a huge benefit to them, and I have no clue why they don't do. Is just releasing more commanders.
Yeah.
people would be buying more. They would be spending a lot more if there were more commanders to spend on. You know what I mean? Oh, let me hit this guy right here. Oh, somebody's coming for him. Ah, no. Let me hit him.
There's only one commander in the there's only one commander at the like you can only use money to actually buy that good guy commanders, I believe.
Is it?
Or something.
All right.
That's what I think, but I don't buy anything from this game at all. I only get good guy heroes from pulling good guy heroes. That's the only thing I can get them, but I'm not gonna buy anything from anything.
All right, cool. Michi said the old movement, maybe the only road building part of, or something like that. Just the 5 minutes for a tile is horrible. Yes, it is horrible. This whole 5 minute thing is just horrible. It's bad. Joshua, okay, so I'm going into my 4th season. I have Gandalf the White R7, Sauron R4, Dane R3, and Gil R6. I've had a lot of fun. Also haven't fought super whales, but I'm doing decent in my opinion. That's good, man. It's good. I think you adapt quite well. I think you'll probably get to a point that you have a couple R10 damage dealers and you're gonna be fine. I don't think you need crazy amounts of investment to do well. You just can't hit everybody. You know, it's not like everybody can go and hit Raven. No, it's not like everybody can go and hit Law. It's just not very smart to think that I am at the same level as, you know, Jax's evil account. It's just 2 different levels. So when I'm in the battlefield, I'm very careful. Josh, you should see what I have for gear though. I mean, send that in the send me a DM on Discord or show that. 215 focus is not bad though, depending on how you build them. But going back, so it's I choose who I hit. You know, if I see, you know, Law or Ogre 91 or Raven or some of the other guys, I'm like, do I want to hit him? You know, but just very careful in how and who I choose to hit. So if you're a smaller player, come on, guys, you know you can't be hitting that guy and expecting to do well. You know, you gotta pick your battles. Whales will fight whales. You know, the Krakens will fight the Krakens. You know, so we fight. You know, you gotta find the people that you should be hitting. We are fighting aces in our season. They are on another level. Yes, aces is old school meta. They are. Joshua, are you in my Discord? If not, let me send you the link here really quick. Invite people, copy link. Here. If you're not in there, here you can join. Just send it anywhere. Report, no, in the Hangout or in the DM. I was Ravens leveling up buddy a few seasons ago while there was some downtime. He made a fort outside my keep in one of the worst experiences of my life in Rise to War life. Yep. Yep. That is true. Leveling other people is definitely not an easy task. So guys, going back to what I was gonna say, I'm gonna reach out to more leaders. I'm gonna send them this form, okay? And I would like your guys' help to give me some ideas on what you guys would like change in Rise to War. And I'll make a series of really short videos explaining what you guys mean. And hopefully the devs can pick up on anything, you know? I mean, we can easily go to the official Discord. And there is one suggestion that has like 1,000. Where is it? V2 suggestion. 1,000 comments. It's from Howler 2, and over 1,000 messages on this thread alone. Okay, so try to see if we can promote any kind of positive change and just making the gameplay a little bit better for all of us. You know, hopefully we can do something like that. So, guys, I am gonna. It's fine, my friend. What's up, Ombra? Buongiorno, Ombra. We're about to end the stream. You guys are picking up the very, very end part of the stream. But, you know, a couple of things. Guys here, Pride, Ryan, Greed left. But I would like to do a week update video. Doesn't have to be a live stream, an update video. If you guys can, you know, whenever... You know, in 5-6 days, when you guys have an update, please send me some stuff. You know, text, images. I like to just like a 5-minute, you know, video, and updating everybody on where your server is. Some of the drama. I'm not even gonna say who said what. Just write whatever you guys want. You're like, oh, these guys are starting. Seems like these guys are teaming up with them. These guys are doing this. Just so people can know, you know, it's like watching the highlights of you know, of the NFL or the Euro Cup or the America Cup, whatever, like the world, whatever, you know, people want to see highlights of what's going on. So just write me, you know, like this is happening. Have a few fights here. This team is holding here. This other team has moved from here, and just send me photos of those things. I'll put up a video. You know, I think we don't have things like this, and these are important aspects of the community. Like I said earlier, you know, the guides are important. Tier lists, like the things we're used to doing, you know, related to the game is cool and it's helpful. But you know, I think the community aspect of the game, we essentially don't have that much besides the 100 plus Discord servers that everybody ends up creating for their team and things like that. So I would like to keep doing things like this. You know, if a team has whatever team starts next week, if they have, you know, if they're gonna have a season start. Let's come over here and talk about your guys' teams and potentially what's going on and things like that. Okay. But I want to appreciate everybody. Pride for staying up until now. Ryan for staying on until now. You know, I value your guys' time because I know how crunched my personal time is. You know, I have a wife and 3 kids and a lot of other personal duties. So I want to thank you guys for staying with me, for coming and, you know, being with me today. Hopefully next week we can show a little bit more in this video that I'm going to do for you guys. You know, battles and things like that. But I appreciate you guys coming on and showing and talking with me. I also want to thank Demon Wolf. You know, you're coming here with us, talking. And also thank the other leaders that were here before, Greed and the other guys.
Yeah, I'm an officer in my warband, so that's why I was popping in.
Cool. Good, man. I hope to see more of you in the Discord here, right, in your team.
Yeah, I mean, if you want after this, you wanna we don't have our voice channel right now in our Discord my warband Discord right now, but we have the like a lot of chats, but we don't have a voice channel right now.
No worries, brother. We'll talk. All right, we'll talk. I just got it, Joshua. Cool. Thank you, bro. We'll talk off right after right after this. We'll talk a little bit, my friend.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to also, guys. Want to thank everybody for being on. I hope you guys. I honestly don't know what to say. I know sometimes, you know, you guys have no idea how many times throughout the week I'm thinking, maybe I'm done with the game. I honestly, coming from a player standpoint and looking at all my things in my life, there's time like, maybe I'm just done. The game is not as fun as it used to be, you know. There's so many things.
Was fun to me. I loved it. I loved playing with other people, attacking their freaking troops. It was so fun the last season, and I hope in this season will be more fun this season too.
I hope so too. I mean, I think it'll be fun for you guys for sure. Now I think my workmate started last week, or I don't know, but we just started like I think last week. I don't know, but we just started this warband. That's why we got our warband Discord. Good. I mean, I'll help you guys later setting up a few things. There's a guy here named Ombra as well. He's in the chat. Makes amazing makes amazing videos as well. So let me just end really quick here, Demon, and we can talk a little bit later.
Okay.
You know, there's a lot of days, guys, that I kind of was like, maybe I'm done. You know, the game is not as 1.0 was, and guys, I loved 1.0. I love talking.
1.0, I think it was good, but I don't think I do like it. I do like 2.0. But
cool.
I think when 3.0 comes back, I think they're gonna probably add another hero.
Good. Keep adding more, my friend. Keep adding more. Demon, let's do this, buddy. Let's do this. I'm gonna wrap up, and then we'll talk to you and I a little bit later. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Cool.
fine.
Let's do that. All right. Cool. So, but every time I keep thinking of all the stuff in the game. I'm like, no, I gotta keep going. And so that is the reason why me wanting to do all these other things. Bring you guys here on live streams, do all these different types of videos, because I'm trying to see if there's anything that us building as a community will help us enjoy the game a little bit more. All right. But with that being said, we've been live for over 2 hours. I got some little ones to take care of. I gotta go get some snacks for them because my kids just got their school reports, and they actually got really, really good notes from their teachers. So I'm gonna go enjoy, and celebrate with the family. But I wanna thank you guys for being on with me today. I hope to see a lot more of you guys. And don't forget to watch out for that link with your guys' ideas and recommendations. All right, that is true, Ombra. We are the fun of the game. Essentially, you are correct. All right, my friends, you guys have a wonderful evening, a great weekend, and I'll see you guys, again very soon. Hopefully to talk about some commander builds on live streams, like I said earlier. All right, peace, and until next time.